these hypotheticals have got us in a chokehold, and we must free ourselves. It's fun to argue about. It's fun to talk about what you would do in this scenario, or would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do. And I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
I had to get up out of my seat to address this particular topic.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. And as you can see, today is going to be a good one. Today is going to be a good one. Fine, funny, fucking money. Joy Taylor. As you can see, my boy Stephen A. Smith. For me, I've been following Stephen A. pretty much for as long as I've been watching the NBA. Like, since the early 2000s type vibes. Like, he's been in the industry for well over 20-30 years. So recently he started his own podcast, and then I came across this clip. I'm actually surprised I missed this clip, because usually I watch most of like Stephen A. Smith's shows on YouTube. So I'm surprised I missed this one. But then one of my boys sent this in to me, and then I was like, oh, I gotta make a video on this one. I got to make a video on this one. So as you can see, Joy Taylor was just basically telling us the stuff that, people like you and I, or people that are more aware of, social society standards and, relationship dynamics. As long as you're fine, as long as you have money, as long as you're funny, you can pretty much get most women if you want. And she said the part out loud that you're not meant to, because that's the reality. I've been saying it for the longest time. I'm like, look, the more she likes you, the lower her standards will go. That's just the truth. And fellas, let me tell you this. Think back when you look at the girls that you've have been with in the past. The ones that have truly liked you. They have been so cooperative. There have been no issues. There's been nothing that's been happening. It's been very quiet. It's been very chill, very nice. The girls that didn't like you, they're the ones that are like, let's take things slow. Let's go on a date. Let's do this, let's do that. The girls, you see, women choose. Women choose. The same way us guys, when we look at a girl like, damn, she's pretty and all that stuff. Guys, fellas, girls do the same thing. They do the same thing. In her mind, she's already decided that this nigga can get it. She's already decided that. I'm telling you this right now. She's already decided. So it's a situation where Joy Taylor and Taylor Rooks, like, these are sports journalists in the sports world, primarily NBA and NFL. But then you find that Joy said the quiet part out loud. You're not meant to say that. You're meant to say that, no, you need to treat me like a princess, queen, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, as you can clearly see, it's a situation where as long as he's fine, funny, and you see the emphasis on and fucking money, you can pretty much get any woman you want.
What were the three categories? Funny, fine, financial status. Last time I checked, she said, Joy Taylor, funny, okay, fine, fucking money. She didn't say money. There was a word that came before that, which I won't repeat again. That's 4 categories. That's not 3. Funny, fine, and financial are 3 categories. She said money and threw the F word in there before that. That F word before money counts, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really, really does.
Stephen A. Smith can be so dramatic, but yeah, no facts, 100%. Like it's straight facts. Let's be real. If a guy, you think of it like we've all seen the memes. Like a guy can be, well-adjusted, good job, good career, respectable, all that kind of stuff. But let's say he's a lame guy. He's maybe not that tall, and maybe he doesn't, lay down good pipe. That there's a problem right there. There's gonna be an issue over there. It's gonna be the guy that quote unquote settle for. Whereas, how often do we always hear about these scenarios where a guy will be broke, a guy won't really have much going for himself, but the guy lays down good pipe, and he's attractive, and he's getting the baddies. This is when you find like the situations where the girl will be taking care of him. The same girl that's telling you that no, I need a guy that's on my level financially. She'll be getting piped down by a guy that's way below her level because he gives good pipe. That's just the reality. The more she likes you, the lower the standard is. That's just the truth. And Joy Taylor said it out loud.
Question. Funny, fine, fucking money. That's 4 categories. You don't believe me? Let me play it for you again so you can see it for yourself. Go ahead, Griff.
Fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing.
I'ma say it again. Stop it one more time. Griff, play it again so we make sure they heard it correct. I need to see it again. Say it again.
If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money.
Joy Taylor, you think she threw out that word before money by accident? I was so proud of her. I got tears in my eyes. Hold on, get emotional. Because we hear so much from ladies. It's not just about that. It's about what's in the heart. It's about chemistry. It's about camaraderie. It's about a connection. It's about communication. It's about all of these things. Nobody's denying that. But that operative word that Joy Taylor threw out there, allow me to educate y'all about something. If you're a man in a heterosexual relationship with a woman, and you can't make sure that that particular category is ironclad established, the fine, the funny, and in most cases, even the money won't matter. Because even with all of that, she gonna look elsewhere.
And thank you, Joy Taylor. Definitely thank you. Yeah, because literally she said the part that most ladies are not willing to admit out loud. Like when you speak to most girls, if you ask them what are you looking for in a guy, they'll be like, kind, compassionate, needs to be a good communicator, all that kind of stuff. It'll all come there. And yes, those things do matter, but not more than fine, funny, fucking money. If you have those 4, you can forgive. Maybe not as compassionate, maybe not as kind, maybe not as caring. I mean, that's just the reality. And I mean, fellas, just look at your own life. For me, I'll be like, fellas, again, like I said at the beginning, the girls that really like you, they're not gonna make you jump through many hoopholes and all that kind of stuff. Like, I've literally seen situations where my friend will be telling me that, oh yeah, me and my girl, we just went for ice cream, and she's excited because she's just excited to spend time with him. And then another guy is like, hey, I wanted to get this girl out on a date. And then this girl is like, oh no, I only do dinner dates. I only go to certain restaurants. I only do this, I only do that. I literally told him, like, you're wasting your time. She's not that into you. Because a girl that's really into you, she's just going to be excited to spend time with you, bro. Literally, that's just the truth. So he doesn't fulfill those 4 F's. But if it was a guy like Joy was saying, fine, funny, effing money, then it would be like, alright, cool. No problem. I mean, think of it like this, fellas. During the summer, we've all been seeing these pictures of Chris Brown and the Chris Brown, meet and greets. Chris Brown is busy meeting up with these ladies. Thousands of dollars. They're paying what? Is it $1,200? $1,200 for pictures of the Chris Brown. You see these girls, they're busy, hugging up on him, sitting on his lap, doing all these things. $1,200 for a picture, like after his shows. So this is why I tell people, I'm like, look, your perceived value is important. The reason the perceived value is important, the reason they're willing to pay $1,200 for these pictures, it's Chris Brown. For a lot of ladies, Chris Brown fulfills those 4 F's: the fine, the funny, the effing money. He fulfills all 4 of them. So in their eyes, that $1,200, it's worth it. It's worth it to get that picture with him because it's Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he could have a wife, baby mama for all they care. Most of them, if you see it on Instagram, go on Chris Brown's Instagram posts. You find girls openly saying that, hey, I will do unspeakable things. I can't even say that on YouTube right now. I'll do unspeakable things because it's Chris Brown. Which is why for me, I tell fellas all the time, fellas, work on yourself. If you are, depending on what you want, maybe you're somebody that's just wanting to, find a, find a wife, find a long-term relationship, or maybe you're somebody that wants to be a playboy and get the finest women and all that kind of stuff. For either category, my recommendation to you, work on yourself. Work on yourself, the women will come. When I say work on yourself, work on your body. Be fit, be in shape. I'm not saying be a muscle-bound gorilla. I'm saying just be in shape, Stay in shape, dress well, I'm not saying that dress the fanciest clothes and everything, but have some swag and have some level of wealth. Be comfortable. Do you have your own place? Do you have your own car? Can you take care of yourself? Work on yourself. Women are not silly. They're not. They can see when a guy has potential. And if you have potential along with the 4 F's, like Joy Taylor said, everything else, phew, out the window. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.